Go ahead.
Well, this Councilman Comrie, he's got his own agenda, and he's one of these political guys. He's got to be in the club, and if he wants to go anywhere, he's going to have to do what they say, and that's what he's doing. So the men and women coming back today from Iraq, who could get an opportunity of employment, are being denied it simply because of politics, dirty politics. He needs a phone call. Somebody should be giving him a phone call. Find out what his problem is.
Could you talk a little about the permit lists and what they are and how they work?
Well, what the city did was, years back, when all the corruption started, they capped the number of permits that disabled veterans can get to 100 permits to sell food. And then they created lists. One was a list for disabled veterans, one was a list for disabled people, and one was a list for veterans. But before any of these people can get them, they made a priority list of 200 veterans involved with a Fifth Avenue Association project. And they were the ones who were targeted to get the permits first. And that's where everything blew up. The guys running the program were trying to lease the permits to make money for themselves. They actually came to me to lease the permits. And that's how I became public enemy number one. You know, we didn't expose them and say, hey, look, you're a crook. What we did was we went and said, we'll help you do this program right. And they said, the hell with that. We're looking, you know. So they went ahead and instead of Giuliani going after the bad guys, Giuliani went turning around and went after the good guys because some of his people were involved in the money and all that and ripping the vets off. It was pretty dirty. But nobody ever heard of that. So.
Well, Dan, on behalf of veterans and disabled veterans, I think we owe you a gratitude for sticking your neck out there, and we wish you good luck.
Well, I appreciate it. The only thing you can do for me is you get on the phone, you call up this Councilman Comrie and say, what's your problem? Well, we're asking you for a vote. Doesn't mean you have to vote for it, but you should give the committee the opportunity to vote on this so that these men and women can go to work.
And Councilman Comrie is in
Comrie. In Queens. He's a Queens councilman, but as I said, he heads the committee, and nothing happens until he gives the go-ahead, and nothing's going to happen because he's been told to sit on his hands, and he just doesn't have that fire under him to stick up for people who need the help.
hopefully people will call the councilman.